Joy and I are sitting down again to talk about what My actually is. So we're going to answer a couple of questions. Can you tell everybody what is My?
Sure. My is the social shopping engine that help influencers to have their own shop on their social media. It could be Instagram, could be TikTok. So their products can be instantly discovered by their followers, and they can even tag the product in their posts, which is something, very new. Instagram and TikTok is launching, and we want to make sure, all the influencer can have access to it.
Yeah. So why should people have a shop? I mean, you listed a couple of the reasons just now, which I think are important, but why would you suggest somebody has a shop, even for someone like me?
Yeah, I would say for two major reasons. Number one is we want influencer to look authentic, but I think right now most of the monetization method for influencers is to take partnerships. And they will take this brand, that brand doesn't really represent who they are, and they're just taking these advertisement, campaigns, but actually make themselves look cheap, right? Because it's like their followers know they're making money out of these advertising campaigns.
Right.
So they're basically making money out of their followers. Doesn't make their followers feel great about it.
Right.
So we want influencers to feel authentic about themselves and only post things that they really believe in and make more money. So I think you yourself is a great example, Angela, because
I would have never thought of having a shop.
Yes, and looking at your numbers, right? The checkout rate is basically almost 15%, and your product click-through rate is 2%. Yeah. So with that kind of conversion rate, for influencers with, let's say, 100,000 followers, they will be making, 500,000 revenue to their shop and 100,000 commission, assuming they take 20% commission.
Right.
So that's 100,000 more income to their family.
Yeah.
For only 100,000 followers. Of course, if you have 1 million followers, you'll be making 1 million commission for yourself and 5 million revenue in your shop. And I think these are very significant numbers.
I think so, yeah. One of the things I love that you said about that is, it is true, and going back to talking about brands, having brand partnerships, the brands that you partner with as an influencer say something about your style and what you like and what you support. But it's a whole different thing to have a brand of your own, a lifestyle brand of your own, and be able to have a shop that's full of your picks, right? From multiple different manufacturers, from multiple different companies. You're getting to say as an influencer, this is my shop with my favorite things, right? It's not that in my shop, it's not like I made everything, but it is true. And the products that have really done well on my page are things that I really love. People have actually seen me use them, or have seen them at my house, or seen them in my videos. And those are the things that they're quick to purchase. And I think that's a unique perspective. It's not wrong necessarily to partner with brands, especially when you have favorite brands, but isn't it better to be able to have those brands and other things that you choose all in your shop in one place?
Exactly. And for mega influencers who have over millions of followers, we actually help them to create their own line of products. So they're selling their own product.
That's really exciting. So that's another great reason to have a shop. And we will talk about this more in other videos, because we could go down a rabbit hole with this. There's so many options and reasons why you should have a shop. But my next question about this is it safe? Like for influencers who don't have a shop, right? Is it safe to have a shop? Is it safe to have a shop with anyone?
Not anyone. First of all, like Instagram and TikTok have a lot of incentives to promote their commerce feature. The commerce feature is new, and we constantly see, who is going to be the next king of, social commerce. And Instagram actually launched their native checkout feature. When TikTok will launch the checkout feature this year as well, maybe later this year. But TikTok already have years of success in China. Like one of the influencers we manage in China, like she was making 3 million revenue every month, every 30 days.
Wow.
So, and all through TikTok's native checkout feature in China, which is called Douyin. It's another by the same family of TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think all these social platforms are promoting commerce feature. You know, they're even giving influencers free traffic to boost their post. For example, like your post, you know, you got 5 times more traffic when you tag the product in your content from your shop. So these are the things that all the social medias are doing right now because they know advertising is becoming dead. You know, we talked about earlier, we talked about the brand, you know, campaigns. Not only like when influencer posting something, the brand push to them, it doesn't get conversion, and the brand is also, you know, it's taking the brand tons of money too.
Right.
So, and typically they sometimes don't see results, and then they start working with the influencer. So the influencer lose a continuous income. So when we create a shop, when it's your own shop, you know, you're not limited by the brand. You know, you can post content about your shop anytime you want. So you can create continuous revenue yourself. You have the full control. So we are, you know, we've been working with Instagram and TikTok for so many years. We actually, you know, are their commerce partners. But so we know exactly, you know, what will violate, you know, the commerce rules, and we make sure we stick within, you know, what we can do. And for example, there are certain category of products is considered high risk. For example, actually, beauty products, anything you put in your body or food, those are considered, you know, you have to go through tedious, you know, application process through commerce platform, because the last thing they want is someone ate something or put something on their face and issues happen. Then those are high risk. So we particularly pick products that are safe to consume for customers from reputable manufacturers or brands to recommend for influencers. So we are actually considered a very high ranking commerce partner. So everything we apply, you know, your shop get approved within 24 hours. But it's not safe for anyone. We have example, we have one of our influencers that have around a couple 100,000 followers. And she applied through another third-party platform. I'm just gonna call to the name now because I think it's, you know, I do want to warn other influencers about this. It's called Spring. It's a platform that help other influencers to, you know, set up their shop too. But the issue is they got flagged by Instagram shop. So after that, you know, this influencer's commerce account also got flagged. And we have to, you know, to help this influencer, we actually spend weeks to talk to Instagram commerce to say this is not her fault. It really she made it, you know, she got scammed. You know, she goes through the process by, you know, another platform, and she didn't realize that platform got flagged, and then got her commerce account got flagged, which caused her traffic to go down. That was very serious.
Well, and now she wants to work and partner with Mai, and her shop can't be opened yet. The process is taking longer simply because, and really you guys, the team, is having to solve that on her behalf in order for her to be able to work with Mai.
Exactly. And also because Instagram shop, you know, Instagram commerce is also relatively new. They don't even have a way to unlink her commerce account with the previous Spring commerce application. So, you know, we're, you know, going through, you know, people at commerce department, like, to really help them unlink these two accounts so we can step in and, you know, get our account linked with hers. So all that is taking some time, but I think, you know, that basically tells us it's not safe to do it with anyone. Mainly because, number one, you know, other platforms don't have experience like we have many years with, you know, in China and in other countries when native checkout has launched for, you know, over 5 years in China. So we know what will violate the policy, what would not. And also, like for Instagram, you know, and TikTok, their commerce in the US are at infant stage right now. You know, I think Instagram has, you know, maybe start to walk, and TikTok will launch their native checkout feature, you know, maybe end of this year. So there's a lot of basic customer service support features are not there.
I think what's really important about this when you're looking at as Joy is saying, that native checkout here is newer. And when that happens, there also are a lot of companies that will start marketing, sending in the DMs, sending emails, saying that they can help you set up a shop and having kind of all the right words. I think what's important is that you hear this warning of making sure that you know who you're working with. Here with you're saying, especially having launched in China for so long and worked out all the kinks, the relationships you guys have, the tech team, and the fact that you know logistics, you know what's going to get flagged and what isn't. You have the answers. And I think for anybody who's thinking, oh, I would love to have a shopper now, many people aren't noticing it or thinking about that it's happening because it's still relatively new here. But in about 6 months, it'll be obvious, right? When other influencers have shops and you don't, right? And that's when it's time to apply.
Yes.
To work with My.
Right now, 99% of the influencers don't have the shop. And I think mainly is because how complicated it is to set up a shop. You have to deal with fulfillment, returns, and filing your own taxes, going through the business registration process, do you even have a company? Yes, right? Yes.
I mean, to know how to solve problems, to be your own customer service. I mean, even if you have an admin person or a project manager, right? My has an entire team that handles everything. You just handle, as an influencer, what you're already doing, right? You're already creating content. You're already talking about products that you're not selling. You're already talking about products where you have brand relationships. What this looks like is being able to do what you do really well as an influencer, building content, talking about things you love, and allowing My to understand logistics, legal, tech, and be available to help you solve those problems right away. You're not dealing with fulfillment or emailing people who are ordering or answering questions about it, in the DMs.
What is my tracking number?
Yeah, I mean, that's just not going to happen. And that's a huge difference. I mean, even when we talk about brands that sell a product, right, that they create a product and they do all the shipping and they handle all the logistics, right? That's exactly what happens when you have a shop. But it doesn't happen when you have a shop with My because they handle all of that. I think one of the things to remember is that they've executed this model in a wildly successful way in China for a long time. They're not new to the game. They're not in the infant stages like we were talking about with social shopping here in the United States. And so My has had the time and experience to problem solve, to bring here to the US what they're doing in an elevated way, getting an experience I think that it really isn't available with any other company here in the United States.
Yeah, working with us is almost like you have an insider, with Instagram, insider with TikTok to know, to avoid all the troubles and making sure, they have, your success in mind as well.
Yeah.